Hi everyone, my name is Alex. Today I'm going to be trying the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleansing Balm. This product retails for $24. I am really excited to be trying out a new skincare launch from Glossier. Now, oil cleansers are a little bit tricky with me as someone who is acne prone. There have just been a lot of oil cleansers that I feel like are loaded down with either essential oils that can cause sensitivity. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you are sensitive, it's always good to look out for brands that formulate products that don't have those ingredients. And this product is a fragrance-free formula. So good job to Glossier for that. Also, tube packaging with a cleansing balm is just something that is a preference. There's nothing wrong with jar packaging. There are so many of my favorite cleansing balms that are in jar packaging, but that is just where my personal preference kicks in. I love when cleansing balms come in like easy accessible squeeze tube packaging, and that's what this is. This is also, from what I'm assuming, a complimentary product to their Milky Jelly Cleanser. Tried out that product personally a really long time ago and I wasn't a fan. Didn't feel like it was doing enough to cleanse my skin. So I will be curious how this new oil cleanser formulation performs. Going back to when I said I am acne prone, there are certain ingredients I look for that have been known to cause acne, and this doesn't include any that I see sets off my acne. Everyone's acne is different. Don't go off of non-comedogenic labels or things like that, because in my opinion, those are not really foolproof. Everyone's acne is different, so I always say that at the forefront of the video. This product is vegan, cruelty-free, fragrance-free, alcohol-free, and comes in recyclable packaging. Glossier keeps it pretty simple with their ingredient list. You can check those out in the description, or I've also left a link to their website where you can learn more about the product. The main things I'm going to be looking for include, does it break me out? Does it clog my pores? I also want to see if it leaves a film on the skin. How does this product cleanse and how does it emulsify? As for anything else, I'm continuing to do check-ins. So I will see you all in the next check-in. I'm going to give you all a quick check-in and also my first impression with this cleansing balm. I'm excited because it's a cleansing balm in a tube, and that's just something that is appealing to me. There's nothing wrong with cleansing balms in jars. Like, go ahead and use them because there's nothing wrong with that. But I do love a tube cleansing balm just because of the convenience, and it's just my preference. This feels really unique, and I was hoping it would from at least what I've heard people talking about with this product. It starts off as like a jelly consistency. This feels super thick. I feel like this would be amazing to remove makeup. Now, I'm not wearing anything on my skin right now, just sunscreen. The emulsification of this product, look at that. I can already tell based off of a texture standpoint, this is gonna be for people who wear heavy makeup. There's just comes a time where you feel something, and I feel like with a lot of cleansing balms, they were kind of like, I see people more using cleansing balms when they're wanting to remove heavier makeup. So, you know, I'm curious if that will be work for my skin. No fragrance. They use great ingredients in here that looks to not set off my acne, but this is definitely a thicker texture in terms of like cleansing balms. So I haven't really tried anything with this style of consistency to it. Closest thing I can think of is like a Crave Beauty Makeup Rewind. Kind of goes on the skin like a jelly. And also the Isntree cleansing balm. Those don't even match up to how thick this feels. It spreads very easily and it melts into an oil very nice. It's just with how thick it feels, I can definitely tell this is designed for like waterproof makeup, waterproof sunscreen, like things that I typically don't use in my day-to-day routine, but summer is coming up and I use more waterproof sunscreens then, and I've been starting to incorporate some tinted sunscreens. So, I mean, this feels really nice. I love the convenience of how you're able to get it out. And when you see a cleansing balm or oil emulsify on camera, that is proof of a really great emulsification process, which it's hit or miss, but this has to be one of the best emulsifying cleansing balms that I have seen. It makes sense for Glossier to release this because they are a makeup and skincare hybrid brand. I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this cleansing balm, but I do feel like ingredient list standpoint, it is seeming really impressive. Last thing I'm gonna say about this product is it's interesting that they released this alongside their Milky Jelly Cleanser, because this is their Milky Jelly Cleansing Balm. The Milky Jelly Cleanser felt like it was, like, I didn't like that product because it didn't feel like it cleansed well enough. This is seeming like a really well cleansing balm. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna complement that product perfectly. I didn't like it as a water-based cleanser. I felt like it may be a good first cleanse, but it just didn't do much as a water-based cleanser. So anyway, I'm gonna rinse this off. After rinsing off, drying my face, my skin obviously doesn't feel stripped. It is an oil cleanser. I usually go in with a water-based cleanser right after. A little bit of a film, just a slight bit of a film on the skin, and I'll be able to tell better with how bad that is after I use a water-based cleanser with it, because a lot of times with products like this, they're not meant to be just your end-all be-all step. Like, you're supposed to go in with a water-based cleanser to follow. So it's not bad that it leaves a little bit of film. It could just be some moisturization, but it is what I'm noticing so far. So only time will tell with that. I'm going to continue using it, just seeing what I notice, and then I'll check in again. I'm back to give you all my final thoughts on this product. Glossier really knocked it out of the park with this cleansing balm. I was surprised by how impressed I was with it. First of all, it didn't break me out, didn't cause any acne, was personally safe for my acne-prone skin, which I'm really happy with, because looking over the ingredients before I tried out this product, I noticed a lot that have worked for me previously in cleansing balm formulations. That's not going to be a universal experience. Everyone's acne is different. I don't believe in pore clogging ingredients because it's not really foolproof. So I would recommend, though, if you have acne prone skin, at least trying this out, because I feel like it may be a good option to turn to. But my favorite part about this is actually applying it to something that I don't feel like I'm best to testify for with it, but I did wear a heavier foundation when trying out this product. This has an emulsification like I've not seen with any other makeup remover or cleansing balm that I've tried in the past. The emulsification was out of this world, which is really interesting because I feel like it was more of a heavy duty cleansing balm, and their Milky Jelly Cleanser that I've tried previously, I haven't tried it on this channel, it was a very light cleanser. I didn't notice it to do enough that I needed with someone who's acne prone. I just found it to be not as effective as a cleanse as I needed, which is so interesting because this is supposed to be the complementary product of that. I guess I could see it because this is a very heavy duty cleansing balm. I also love the convenience. Just being able to get it out with a squeeze tube is just purely convenient. There's nothing wrong with jar packaging, and there's nothing wrong with using a cleansing balm in a jar. It's just preference, and that's just where my preference lies. I love how easy and how nice it is just to squeeze some out and use the product without having to dip my hands into anything. That's just my own personal preference. But it did so well to remove my heavier makeup when I did wear it. Didn't test it out with waterproof makeup. I did test it out with waterproof sunscreen and worked really well with that. I feel like it is a great heavy duty cleansing balm. I don't know of another alternative on the market that comes in this convenient packaging, has these ingredients, and also emulsifies as well as it does. I know some alternatives to this product. Most of them are around the same price point though. In my opinion, they did a great job with the value of this product for how much you get. So I do feel like it is 100% worth it and worth trying. I do also like that this is a fragrance-free cleansing balm. I feel like Glossier checked off a lot of boxes that I look for with this product, and that's why I was really impressed with it. This one is just more for when you're wearing heavy duty makeup and you're wanting to remove that very well, very easily with one convenient first cleanse, and then I'd recommend following with a water-based cleanser. But such a great formula, such a great product. I feel like they did really well formulating this, and keeping in mind that they are a makeup and skincare brand, it really makes sense to release a heavy-duty cleansing balm like this. I absolutely fell in love with it. I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're looking for a new heavy-duty makeup cleansing balm, and also just a convenient cleansing balm at that. So I would 100% recommend trying out this product. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe because I post new videos every week, and I will see you all in the next review.